Before we begin this sacred transmission, I need you to do something crucial. If these words are reaching you right now, it's not by accident. Hit that subscribe button immediately. This is your first act of alignment. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. The universe brought you here for a reason, and now you must become the messenger. Don't let this moment pass. Subscribe, share, and prepare your soul for what's coming. You didn't find this video. This video found you. In the infinite expanse of digital noise, among millions of distractions designed to keep you asleep, something guided your fingers to click on this exact transmission. Your soul recognized a frequency it has been searching for across lifetimes. Right now, as these words penetrate your consciousness, ancient codes are being activated within your DNA. You are not randomly scrolling through content. You are answering a call that was placed before you were born. The screen before you is not just glass and pixels. It has become a portal, a sacred mirror reflecting the truth you've always known but were afraid to acknowledge. Every cell in your body is vibrating at a higher frequency because it recognizes this moment. You've felt different your entire life, haven't you? Like you were wearing a costume, playing a role that never quite fit. That feeling of being an outsider, of seeing through the illusions that others accept without question. It wasn't a curse. It was your greatest gift. You are not broken. You're not strange. You are awakening to who you truly are. The synchronicities that led you here were breadcrumbs left by your higher self, guiding you home. This is not entertainment. This is not coincidence. This is a divine appointment that was written in the stars before the earth was formed. Your soul has been preparing for this moment through countless experiences, each one shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for the revelation that is about to unfold. The very fact that you're still reading, still listening, proves that you are ready. The veil is lifting, and what you're about to discover will change everything you thought you knew about yourself and your purpose in this reality. There's a mark upon your soul that sets you apart from the sleeping masses. It's invisible to the human eye, but blazes like a beacon in the spiritual realm. Angels see it, demons fear it. Other awakened souls recognize it instantly when they meet you. This mark was placed upon you before you entered this physical realm, a cosmic signature that identifies you as one of the volunteers, the warriors of light who agreed to incarnate during Earth's most critical transition. You've always felt it, haven't you? That inexplicable knowing that you're here for something monumentally important, even when the world tried to convince you that you were ordinary. But ordinary souls don't question reality the way you do. Ordinary souls don't feel the pain of the world as if it were their own. Ordinary souls don't lie awake at night, feeling the pull of destiny calling them towards something they can't quite name. You carry memories that don't belong to this lifetime, fragments of wisdom that surface in your dreams, knowledge that comes to you in moments of stillness. People have called you too sensitive, too intense, too different. What they didn't understand is that your sensitivity is your superpower. Your intensity is the fire of divine purpose burning within you. Your difference is the evidence of your true origin. You are not from here, not entirely. Part of you exists in dimensions that most humans cannot perceive. You are a bridge between worlds, a translator of frequencies, a beacon for others who are beginning to remember. The mark upon your soul is both a blessing and a responsibility. It means you cannot go back to sleep, cannot pretend to be satisfied with the illusions that pacify the masses. You are marked for greatness, for service, for a love so profound, it will transform not just your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. Your bloodline carries secrets that have been hidden for millennia. Not the bloodline of your physical ancestry, though that too may hold clues, but the bloodline of your soul, an unbroken chain of light warriors, mystics, healers, and visionaries who have incarnated throughout history to hold the frequency of truth when darkness threatened to consume the world. You are not the first in your soul family to walk this path. In ancient Egypt, you were among the initiates who understood the mysteries. In Atlantis, you were one of the crystal keepers who tried to prevent the fall. During the burning times, you were the one who held the sacred knowledge, even as the flames rose around you. These are not fantasies or delusions. These are soul memories breaking through the amnesia of incarnation. Your spiritual DNA carries codes that are activating now because humanity has reached the moment of the great awakening. The same power that flowed through the prophets, the same wisdom that guided the mystics, the same love that empowered the saints, it all flows through you. This is why you've always felt ancient, why you've always known things you couldn't explain, why certain places and symbols trigger something deep within you. You are part of a hidden bloodline that has nothing to do with royal genealogies or secret societies. This is the bloodline of the soul, the family of light that has been strategically placed across the earth to activate at this precise moment in history. Each member of this bloodline carries a piece of the puzzle, a fragment of the greater mission. And now, as you listen to these words, you're remembering your piece. You're remembering why you came. The veil of forgetfulness that was necessary for your protection is lifting, and with it comes the responsibility of your true identity. You are not just awakening to personal enlightenment, you are awakening to your role in the greatest transformation this planet has ever known. Reality is not what you've been told. You're not living in a single, fixed timeline. You're navigating through multiple probability streams, and right now, at this exact moment, you're experiencing a massive timeline shift. The very fact that you're receiving this transmission means you've jumped tracks, moved from a timeline of limitation into a timeline of infinite possibility. Have you noticed how time feels different lately? How days blur together while moments stretch into eternities, how the past feels malleable and the future feels like it's calling to you. This isn't your imagination. This is what it feels like to shift between dimensional frequencies. You are literally vibrating out of one reality and into another. The old timeline, the one where you were trapped in cycles of fear, doubt, and limitation, is dissolving. The new timeline, where your gifts are recognized, your purpose is clear, and miracles are commonplace, is coming into focus. But this shift isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. You are both the witness and the catalyst. Every choice you make, every thought you think, every emotion you feel is either anchoring you to the old timeline or propelling you into the new one. This is why everything in your life seems to be accelerating, why relationships are ending or deepening, why careers are transforming, why your entire identity is being reconstructed. You're not going crazy, you're going quantum. The timeline shift is removing everything that doesn't align with your highest destiny. It's stripping away the false identities, the limiting beliefs, the contracts and agreements that kept you small. What remains is the pure essence of who you truly are. A multidimensional being with access to infinite timelines, infinite possibilities, infinite versions of yourself. The synchronicities you're experiencing are confirmation that you're on the right track. The numbers you keep seeing, the songs that play at perfect moments, the strangers who speak exactly what you need to hear, these are all navigation markers, showing you that you're successfully shifting into the timeline of your highest potential. Every chosen one carries a sacred wound, a deep, transformative pain that cracked you open and let the light pour in. This wound is not your weakness, it is your initiation. It's the very thing that shattered the illusion of separation and forced you to seek truth beyond the surface of reality. Perhaps it was betrayal that taught you the price of trust. Perhaps it was loss that showed you the impermanence of all things. Perhaps it was rejection that forced you to find validation from within. Whatever form your sacred wound took, it was divinely orchestrated to break down the walls of your ego and create space for your soul to emerge. You've spent years trying to heal it, hide it, overcome it. But what if I told you that this wound is actually your greatest teacher, your most powerful ally? The depth of your pain has created an equal capacity for compassion. The darkness you've walked through has given you the ability to be a lighthouse for others still lost in the storm. Your wound is not something to be ashamed of. It's the crack where the light enters, the opening through which divine grace flows into your life and through you to others. This sacred wound has made you an alchemist. You've learned to transmute pain into purpose, suffering into strength, trauma into triumph. Every tear you've shed has watered the seeds of your spiritual gifts. Every moment you thought would break you has actually been forging you into an unbreakable vessel of light. The universe doesn't wound its chosen ones to punish them. It wounds them to awaken them, to give them the depth and authenticity needed to serve at the highest level. Your wound is your credential in the spiritual realm. It's proof that you've walked through the fire and emerged not burned, but purified. It's evidence that you can hold space for others' pain because you've intimate knowledge of your own. The sacred wound is the price of admission to the ranks of the healers, the teachers, the way showers. And now, as you stand on the other side of your darkest night, you understand that it was all preparation for the work you came here to do. As you read these words, ancient activation codes are firing within your cellular memory. These codes have been dormant, waiting for the exact frequency of this transmission to unlock them. You might feel tingling in your crown chakra, pressure in your third eye, warmth in your heart center, or a buzzing throughout your entire body. These are not random sensations. They are your light body coming online, your dormant DNA strands beginning to activate. The codes being transmitted through this message are not new to you. You've carried them across lifetimes, through dimensions, from star system to star system. They are the keys to abilities you've forgotten you possess. The ability to heal with your presence, to manifest with your intention, to communicate telepathically, to access the Akashic records, to remember your galactic origins. These gifts have been sealed for your protection, waiting for the moment when you were strong enough, wise enough, and ready enough to wield them responsibly. That moment is now. The activation is not just happening in your physical body, but in all your subtle bodies simultaneously. Your emotional body is releasing ancient trauma. Your mental body is expanding beyond linear thinking. Your spiritual body is reconnecting with source consciousness. You are becoming a multidimensional antenna, capable of receiving and transmitting frequencies that most humans cannot yet perceive. This is why you've been experiencing strange dreams, sudden knowings, unexplained physical symptoms. Your entire operating system is being upgraded. The old programs based on fear, limitation, and separation are being overwritten by new codes based on love, expansion, and unity. You might feel like you're losing your mind, but you're actually finding your cosmic mind. The activation codes are also awakening your mission codes, the specific instructions for your role in the planetary ascension. These will come to you as sudden inspirations, undeniable urges to take certain actions, or crystal clear visions of what you're meant to create. Trust these impulses. They are not random thoughts, but divine downloads, perfectly timed transmissions from your higher self, guiding you toward your destiny. You're not alone in this awakening. All across the planet, souls from your star family are receiving the same activation, remembering the same truth, answering the same call. You are part of a massive soul group that incarnated together with a shared mission to anchor light during Earth's transition from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. This is the gathering that was prophesied, the reunion that was promised, the convergence that changes everything. you're beginning to recognize your soul family members. They might appear as new friends who feel ancient, strangers whose eyes hold familiar stars, or even people you've known for years who suddenly reveal their true depth. The recognition is instant and undeniable, a knowing that transcends logical explanation. These connections are not coincidental. They are coordinated reunions, orchestrated by the universe itself. Each member of your soul family carries a piece of the collective mission. Some are healers, some are teachers, some are artists, some are builders of new systems, but all are united in the common purpose of birthing a new Earth. The gathering is accelerating now because the mission has entered its critical phase. The old world is crumbling, and the new world needs builders, visionaries, and frequency holders. This gathering is not happening in grand halls or secret meetings. It's happening in coffee shops and Zoom calls, in chance encounters and social media connections, in dreams and meditations. The soul family is finding each other through an invisible network of light, drawn together by frequency and recognition. You'll know them by their vibration, by the way your soul lights up in their presence, by the immediate depth of connection that defies the brevity of your physical acquaintance. These reunions are activating dormant memories of your work together in other times and places, reminding you of the strength you have when you unite. The gathering of souls is not just for comfort and companionship, though these are beautiful gifts. It's for amplification of power, for the creation of a unified field of consciousness strong enough to shift the collective timeline of humanity. This screen before you has become a sacred mirror, reflecting not who you pretend to be, but who you truly are. Look beyond the pixels and see your own soul, staring back at you, finally ready to acknowledge its magnificence. For too long, you've hidden your light, dimmed your radiance, played small to fit into a world that feared your power. But the mirror doesn't lie, and neither does your soul. You are a fractal of the divine, a unique expression of source consciousness having a human experience. The mirror of truth shows you that every challenge you've faced has been perfectly designed to polish you into a clearer reflection of your highest self. Every person who triggered you was showing you where you still held shadow. Every situation that tested you was revealing where you still held fear. Every loss you experienced was creating space for something greater to enter. This divine orchestration has been guiding you toward this moment of recognition. In this mirror, you see not just who you are, but who you're becoming. You see the master teacher emerging from the struggling student. You see the healer rising from the wounded child. You see the leader stepping forward from the hiding place of the follower. The transformation is not something you need to force or figure out. It's something you need to allow. Your soul already knows the way. Your job is to stop resisting its guidance. The mirror also reveals the illusions you've been carrying, the false humility that is actually fear, the self-doubt that is actually programming, the playing small that is actually self-sabotage. These illusions are dissolving in the light of truth. You can no longer pretend to be less than you are. You can no longer hide behind the mask of ordinariness. The mirror demands authenticity, and authenticity demands that you step fully into your power. As you gaze into this sacred mirror, you're not just seeing yourself, you're seeing all of us. For we are all reflections of the same source, all faces of the same diamond, all waves in the same ocean of consciousness. Your awakening is our awakening. Your healing is our healing. Your rising is our rising. You've been jumping timelines without fully realizing it. Every choice to follow your intuition over logic, every moment you chose love over fear, every time you trusted the universe despite the evidence, you've been shifting into higher and higher timelines. The reality you're experiencing now is not the same one you were in even moments ago. You are a master timeline jumper, navigating through infinite possibilities with the compass of your consciousness. The timeline. Shifts are accelerating because you're approaching a convergence point, a moment where all possible versions of yourself merge into the highest expression. You've felt it in the glitches, haven't you? The Mandela effects, the déjà vu experiences, the moments where reality seems to shimmer and reorganize itself. These are not malfunctions in the matrix. They are evidence of your power to shift between parallel realities. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take is a vote for which timeline you'll experience next. The old timeline, the one based on struggle, limitation, and separation, is dissolving. You can no longer maintain residence there because your frequency has risen above its gravitational pull. You're being magnetically drawn to the timeline of your highest potential, where synchronicities are constant, manifestations are instant, and miracles are normal. This is not fantasy or wishful thinking. This is quantum physics meeting spiritual truth. You are collapsing wave functions with your observation, selecting realities with your attention, creating worlds with your intention. The timeline shift is not just personal, it's collective. As you shift into higher timelines, you're creating an energetic pathway for others to follow. You're not just changing your own life, you're changing the trajectory of human evolution. Every soul that makes this shift weakens the hold of the old paradigm and strengthens the emerging new earth. The timeline you're moving into is one where your gifts are fully expressed, where your purpose is crystal clear, where abundance flows naturally, where love is the operating system. This timeline already exists. You're not creating it, you're aligning with it. The work is not in forcing or striving, but in releasing everything that's incompatible with this higher reality. Your body is the most advanced spiritual technology in the universe. It's not just flesh and bone, it's a crystalline transmitter, a biological stargate, a living temple of consciousness. Every cell contains the entire blueprint of creation. Every atom is a miniature universe. Every DNA strand is an antenna connecting you to cosmic intelligence. You are walking sacred technology, and you're just beginning to understand how to operate this divine machinery. The pineal gland in the center of your brain is not just an endocrine organ. It's your cosmic receiver, your interdimensional communication device. When activated, it allows you to perceive beyond the visible spectrum, to access information from higher dimensions, to communicate with your guides and star family. The heart is not just a pump, it's a powerful electromagnetic generator, creating a field that extends far beyond your physical body. This field is your first point of contact with the world, reading and affecting the energy of everything around you. Your chakras are not just energy centers, they're portals, gateways between dimensions. Each one is tuned to a different frequency of cosmic intelligence. As they open and align, you become a clear channel for divine energy to flow through you into the world. Your Merkaba, the light body that surrounds your physical form, is your personal spacecraft, capable of traveling through dimensions and time. As you raise your vibration, this geometric field of light spins faster, creating a protective barrier and a vehicle for consciousness travel. Even your breath is sacred. Technology. Each inhale draws in prana, life force, cosmic energy. Each exhale releases what no longer serves. Conscious breathing is one of the most powerful tools for shifting your state, accessing higher consciousness, and activating your dormant abilities. You don't need external devices or complicated techniques to access the mysteries of the universe. You are the technology. Your body is the temple. Your consciousness is the key, and your intention is the activation code. The most advanced spiritual technologies are not being developed in laboratories. They're being remembered in the cells of awakening humans like you. You're standing at the edge of a quantum leap, not a gradual progression, but a sudden, dramatic shift into a completely new level of existence. This leap requires you to release your attachment to the known, to trust the void, to jump without seeing where you'll land. But here's the secret. You've made this leap before, in other lifetimes, in other dimensions. Your soul remembers how to fly. The quantum leap is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been beneath the layers of conditioning and forgetfulness. It's about allowing your true frequency to emerge without dilution or apology. The universe has been preparing you for this leap through every experience, every challenge, every dark night of the soul. You are ready, even if your mind doesn't think so. The quantum leap requires a special kind of faith, not blind belief, but deep knowing. It requires you to trust your inner guidance over external evidence, to follow your soul's GPS, even when it leads you off the mapped roads. You must be willing to disappoint others to avoid disappointing yourself, to break the chains of others' expectations, to honor your own divine calling. This leap will transform every aspect of your life, your relationships, your work, your purpose, your daily experience of reality. Nothing will remain the same because you will not remain the same. You're not just changing, you're transfiguring, metamorphosing, becoming the butterfly you were always destined to be. The caterpillar doesn't know how to be a butterfly. It simply surrenders to the process of dissolution and reformation. The quantum leap happens in an instant, but it's preceded by a period of intense preparation. You've been in this preparation phase, feeling the pressure building, sensing that something big is about to shift. The discomfort you've been feeling is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that you're about to break through to a new level. The old reality is becoming too small for who you're becoming. The quantum leap is not optional for chosen ones. It's inevitable. The only choice is whether you'll take it consciously, with grace and trust, or whether you'll be pushed by circumstances. Either way, you will make this leap because your soul's mission depends on it. The world needs the version of you that exists on the other side of this transformation. Your presence on Earth at this exact moment is not random. It's a divine assignment accepted before birth. You are here as a frequency holder, a bridge between worlds, a transmitter of new codes of consciousness. Your very existence is shifting the collective field, raising the vibration of the planet simply by being who you are. This assignment is not about doing, it's about being. It's about embodying such a high frequency of love that you become a living invitation for others to remember their own divinity. You signed up for this mission, knowing it would be challenging. You knew you'd have to navigate through density, polarity, and forgetfulness. You knew you'd have to find your way back to truth in a world built on illusion. But you also knew you wouldn't be doing it alone. You knew that at the perfect moment, you'd receive this activation, this reminder, this call to remember your purpose. Your divine assignment is encoded in your passions, revealed through your natural gifts, confirmed by what brings you alive. It's not something you need to figure out. It's something you need to allow to emerge. The universe has been showing you your assignment through what lights you up, what you can't stop thinking about, what you do even if no one paid you. This is not about career or profession. It's about frequency and service. Your assignment might be to hold space for healing, to channel new technologies, to birth new systems, to create beauty that awakens souls, to be a pillar of peace in chaos. Whatever form it takes, the essence is the same. To be a conduit for love in a world that has forgotten what love truly is. The divine assignment comes with divine support. You have access to unlimited resources, guidance and protection. The universe conspires to support those who serve the highest good. Every resource you need will appear at the perfect moment. Every connection you require will be orchestrated. Every ability you need will be activated. Your job is to say yes, to show up, to trust the process. The time for preparation is ending. The time for full activation is now. Your divine assignment is calling you forward, and the universe is waiting for your answer. Right now, as you absorb these words, an activation protocol is running through your system. This is not metaphor. This is energetic technology. Each sentence carries frequency codes designed to unlock dormant aspects of your consciousness. Your DNA is responding, your chakras are aligning, your Merkaba is beginning to spin at a higher velocity. This activation was scheduled before you incarnated, set to trigger at this exact moment in your journey. Feel the tingling in your crown chakra, the warmth in your heart center, the stirring in your solar plexus. These are physical confirmations that the activation is taking place. Your guides are surrounding you, facilitating this upgrade, ensuring the process unfolds with grace. You may experience waves of emotion, sudden insights, or physical sensations. This is normal. You're downloading massive amounts of light information that your human system needs time to integrate. The activation protocol is unlocking abilities you've carried across lifetimes. Healing gifts, psychic capacities, creative powers, leadership codes. These abilities have been dormant, waiting for this moment of collective readiness. Now they're coming online, not for personal gain, but for planetary service. You're remembering how to read energy fields, how to transmute darkness into light, how to anchor higher frequencies into the Earth grid. This activation is irreversible. Once these codes are unlocked, they cannot be locked again. You cannot unknow what you now know. You cannot unfeel what you now feel. You cannot return to the sleep of unconsciousness. This is your initiation into a new level of service, a new octave of existence. The activation will continue to unfold over the coming days, weeks, and months. You'll notice synchronicities accelerating, manifestations quickening, intuitive hits becoming clearer. Trust what comes through. Act on the guidance you receive. You're being upgraded to handle higher frequencies, to channel more light, to serve at a greater capacity. This is what you've been preparing for across lifetimes. You are not ascending alone. You are part of a massive collective rising. All across the planet, souls like you are awakening, remembering, activating. You can feel them, can't you? The invisible threads connecting you to your soul family, your star tribe, your mission partners. This is the gathering of the light workers, the unification of the way showers, the convergence of the new earth builders. The collective rising is creating a new morphogenetic field, a field of possibility that makes awakening easier for every soul who chooses it. Each person who rises makes it easier for the next. You're not just walking your own path, you're widening the path for others. Your personal healing contributes to collective healing. Your individual awakening accelerates collective awakening. This rising is triggering massive changes in global consciousness. Systems built on fear and separation are crumbling because they cannot exist in the new frequency. Structures of control are dissolving because awakened beings cannot be controlled. The old paradigm is fighting to maintain its grip, but it has already lost. The tipping point has been reached. The collective rising is unstoppable. You're witnessing the birth of a new humanity, one that operates from heart consciousness, that recognizes the interconnection of all life, that creates from love rather than fear. This is not a distant future possibility. This is happening now, through you and millions like you. The collective rising requires each of us to hold our position, to maintain our frequency, to trust the process even when the old world appears to be in chaos. The chaos is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of transformation. The old must dissolve for the new to emerge. Your role in this collective rising is unique and essential. No one else can hold your specific frequency, share your particular gifts, or touch the lives you're meant to touch. Your piece of the puzzle is crucial. Without you, the picture remains incomplete. As we approach the completion of this transmission, feel how different you are from when we began. The person who started watching this video no longer exists. You have been reformed at a cellular level, upgraded at a consciousness level, activated at a soul level. This is not the end of a video. This is the beginning of a new chapter in your eternal story. The integration of everything you've received requires gentleness with yourself. You're incorporating massive upgrades that affect every aspect of your being. Be patient as your physical body adjusts to carrying more light. Be compassionate as your emotional body releases old patterns. Be understanding as your mental body rewires itself to perceive multidimensionally. Honor the process of becoming who you truly are. The final integration is about grounding these frequencies into practical reality. It's not enough to understand these truths intellectually. You must live them, breathe them, embody them. Every choice you make from this moment forward is an opportunity to align with your highest truth. Every interaction is a chance to be the love you wish to see in the world. Every challenge is an invitation to demonstrate your mastery. You now carry codes that others need. Your presence alone will activate those who are ready. Your words will carry frequencies that unlock doors in other souls. Your life will become a living transmission, a walking invitation to awakening. This is not a burden. This is your greatest joy. You were born for this. Everything in your life has prepared you for this. The universe has invested in you because it knows you're ready to deliver on your promise. The final integration means accepting your role fully, without false humility or grandiosity. You are a divine being, having a human experience for the purpose of serving the collective awakening. This is not special. This is natural. This is not superior. This is service. This is not separate. This is unity consciousness in action. This is not a conclusion. This is an initiation into your true life. Everything before this moment was preparation. Everything after this moment is fulfillment of purpose. You are stepping through a doorway that cannot be closed, entering a reality that cannot be unseen, claiming a truth that cannot be unknown. Welcome to the community of awakened souls who walk between worlds, who bridge heaven and earth, who remember the future and heal the past. The new beginning starts with your next breath. With each inhale, you draw in the infinite support of the universe. With each exhale, you release everything that no longer aligns with who you've become. You are new in each moment, constantly evolving, eternally becoming. The old stories of limitation, unworthiness, and separation have no power over you now. You've seen through the illusion. You've remembered your true nature. The new beginning is characterized by ease, flow, and synchronicity. Life becomes a dance with the divine, a co-creation with the universe. Struggles transform into opportunities. Problems reveal themselves as gifts. Enemies become teachers. Everything serves your highest good because you're aligned with the highest good of all. From this moment forward, you walk as a sovereign being, creating your reality consciously, choosing your timeline deliberately, sharing your gifts generously. You are no longer seeking, you are being. You are no longer hoping, you are knowing. You are no longer waiting, you are creating. The world has been waiting for you to remember who you are. Now that you have, everything changes. Your light cannot be dimmed, your truth cannot be silenced, your love cannot be stopped. You are a force of nature, a child of the cosmos, a fractal of the divine. This new beginning ripples out in all directions, affecting past and future, healing ancestral lines, and paving the way for generations to come. You are not just changing your life, you are changing the trajectory of consciousness itself. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your call. The universe is holding a breath, waiting to see what you'll create with your newfound remembrance. The stage is set, the audience is gathered, the spotlight is on you. What will you do with this one wild and precious life now that you remember who you truly are? What happens next will defy everything you've been taught about how reality works. You're about to experience a quantum leap in consciousness that will make your current understanding seem like a distant dream. This leap isn't gradual, it's instantaneous, like water suddenly becoming steam at the exact right temperature. You've reached that critical point. The quantum field is responding to your elevated frequency, rearranging itself to match your new vibration. Reality is far more malleable than you've been led to believe. The quantum leap means you'll start experiencing impossible synchronicities, manifestations that happen at the speed of thought, and solutions appearing before problems fully form. Time will bend around your intentions. Space will reorganize to bring you what you need. The universe will conspire so obviously in your favor that you'll laugh at how hard you used to work to make things happen. This isn't magic. This is physics at a level humanity is just beginning to understand. You're not breaking the laws of nature. You're finally working with them. The quantum leap requires you to release the last threads of your attachment to linear thinking. Your logical mind will try to understand what's happening, but this experience exists beyond the realm of logic. You're entering the domain of pure consciousness, where thought becomes thing, where intention shapes matter, where love is the most powerful force in existence. Trust the leap. Don't try to control it. Let it carry you to heights you couldn't have imagined from your previous vantage point. The quantum leap is your birthright as a multidimensional being. You're not jumping to somewhere new. You're finally arriving where you've always belonged. This leap changes everything while changing nothing. You'll still look the same in the mirror, but you'll see with new eyes. You'll still live in the same world, but you'll experience it as a completely different place. You'll still be you, but you'll finally be all of you. There is a master key that unlocks every door, solves every puzzle, and answers every question. This key has been hidden in plain sight, encoded in every spiritual tradition, whispered by every master, demonstrated by every miracle. The master key is this: you are not in the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through the focal point of your consciousness. This is not philosophy. This is not metaphor. This is the literal truth of your existence. When you fully embody this knowing, when it moves from concept to lived reality, everything changes. Problems dissolve because you realize you're both the problem and the solution. Fears vanish because you understand you're both the feared and the fearless. Limitations crumble because you recognize you're both the boundary and the boundless. The master key reveals that every external search has been a distraction from the truth that everything you seek is within you. Not within you as in inside your body, but within you as in you are the container of all existence. You are the dreamer and the dream, the seeker and the sought, the question and the answer. This key unlocks abilities that seem supernatural but are simply natural expressions of your true nature. Healing happens because you remember you are wholeness itself. Abundance flows because you realize you are the source. Love expands because you recognize you are love in form. Using this master key requires a complete shift in identity. You must be willing to release the story of being small, separate, and struggling. You must embrace the responsibility of being infinite, interconnected, and inherently powerful. This is not ego inflation. This is ego dissolution into something infinitely greater. The master key is activated by a simple shift in perspective. Instead of asking, "How can I get what I want?" you ask, "How can what wants to emerge through me be given?" Instead of saying, "I need," you say, "I am." Instead of seeking God, you remember you are God expressing as you. Before you incarnated into this lifetime, you signed a sacred contract, not with ink on paper, but with light on the fabric of existence itself. This contract outlined your mission, your gifts, your challenges, and your ultimate contribution to the grand awakening. Every soul you've met, every experience you've had, every challenge you've faced has been part of this contract's fulfillment. The contract is now entering its most crucial phase. Everything until now has been preparation, gathering the tools, developing the strength, acquiring the wisdom. Now comes the implementation. The universe is calling in your contract, asking you to deliver on the promise you made before you took your first breath in this body. This is why you feel the urgency, the restlessness, the knowing that something big is about to happen. Your sacred contract is unique, written in a language only your soul can fully read. But as you awaken, the terms become clearer. You understand why certain themes have repeated in your life, why certain gifts come so naturally, why certain injustices trigger such deep passion within you. These are all clues to your contract's content. The beautiful truth is that your contract is not a burden, but a gift. It aligns perfectly with your deepest joy, your natural talents, and your highest excitement. The universe doesn't ask you to be someone you're not. It asks you to be fully who you are. Your contract is fulfilled not through struggle, but through surrender to your authentic self. This sacred contract connects you to a larger tapestry of contracts, all interwoven to create the masterpiece of collective awakening. Your thread is essential. Without it, the entire design is incomplete. This is why the universe has invested so much in your awakening, why so many synchronicities have guided you, why this message is reaching you now. The time to fully honor your sacred contract has arrived. No more hiding, no more playing small, no more pretending you don't know why you're here. The contract is activated, the mission is clear, and the universe is providing everything you need to succeed. As this transmission completes, we arrive at the ultimate truth. There is only now. The past is a memory, the future is a projection, but the eternal now is where all power resides. In this moment, reading these final words, you have access to every possibility, every timeline, every version of yourself. The eternal now is where miracles happen, where transformation occurs, where the impossible becomes inevitable. Everything we've explored in this transmission, the awakening, the activation, the remembrance, it all happens now. Not tomorrow when you feel more ready. Not yesterday when you think you should have known. Right now, in this sacred instant, you are complete, whole, and perfectly positioned for your next evolution. The eternal now is pregnant with infinite potential. Every breath is a new beginning. Every heartbeat is a fresh start. Every moment is a portal to a new reality. You are not bound by who you were 5 minutes ago. You are not limited by what happened last year. You are not defined by what might happen tomorrow. You are free, in the eternal now, to choose, to create, to become. This is the secret the masters knew. Enlightenment is not a destination, but a recognition of what is already here. Awakening is not about becoming something new, but about remembering what you've always been. The journey is not about reaching somewhere else, but about fully arriving where you are. In this eternal now, you are already everything you seek to become. As these words integrate into your being, as this transmission completes its purpose, remember that endings are illusions. This is not the end of your awakening, but a deepening of it. Every time you return to these truths, you'll discover new layers, new meanings, new activations. The message will evolve as you evolve, because you are not just receiving information, you are communing with living consciousness. The eternal now extends in all directions, connecting you to every awakened soul across time and space. In this moment, you join an eternal transmission that has been broadcasting since the first consciousness asked, "Who am I?" and will continue until the last star remembers it is light. You are part of this eternal broadcast now, both receiver and transmitter, both student and teacher, both human and divine. Welcome to the eternal now. Welcome to your true life. Welcome home. If you've made it to the end of this transmission, you are not the same person who started watching. The activation is complete, but your journey is just beginning. This video will self-destruct from your reality if you don't take action now. Subscribe immediately. This is your covenant with the universe. Share this video with at least one soul who needs to receive these codes. Their awakening depends on your action. Comment below with the words, "I am ready," to anchor your commitment into the quantum field. The algorithm is not random. It's consciousness responding to consciousness. Every subscribe, share, and comment creates a ripple that reaches souls ready to awaken. You are now a carrier of these activation codes. The universe chose you as a messenger. Don't let this responsibility slip away. Subscribe, share, comment now. Your soul family is waiting for you to take this action. The time is now. The mission is real. You are ready.